What is going on, everybody? I am the FDGURU, bringing to you guys a Thursday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We only have 5 games on the main slate tonight. I haven't really been making videos as of late because these NBA slates have been insane, and I like to do the videos in the early afternoon, and a lot of these past slates, none of the research matters until 5, 6 o'clock Eastern, an hour before lock because of the injury news. For example, the 76ers over the past couple of games and other guys just all getting ruled out. It's been an absolute mess. Fortunately, I'm doing a video today because 1, we only have 5 games, so there's not a lot of news, and 2, there's just not a lot of news. We just have Tyrese Halliburton on the Pacers, questionable, and that's basically it. Deni Avdija is doubtful, so we can expect him not to play for the Blazers. Again, there's not much, and luckily that Halliburton news is from the first game, one of the first games on the slate. So we're going to know that news before the main slate locks. So, I'm always happy with slates like this. I don't have to be scrambling around. I don't have time to do these videos right before lock because I'm trying to stay up to date, making lineups and posting on my website. It's a lot to do when we're, running late on injury news. Today, we won't have that problem. Good-looking 5-game slate. We have 2 games at 7 Eastern, 1 at 7:30 Eastern, so really 3 early games, and then separated by 2 later games. I will be doing an after-hours slate on my Dub Club for those 2 10 o'clock games. But without further ado, let's get into the 5 value plays for this video. A lot of good-looking stuff from the Blazers tonight. We're going to start off with, forget his name, Scoot Henderson, 5,100 coming off of an awesome game. Deni Avdija is doubtful. We saw Scoot directly benefit from Avdija being out last game. He started, was that last night? No, it was 2 nights ago. Went absolutely nuts. 39 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Obviously, we don't expect that from him again, but at 5,100, most likely starting, he should be able to get 25 fantasy points to hit value. I do like this Blazers game a lot. The Clippers are only 7-point favorites on the road, so this game is more than likely going to stay close and competitive, and it makes the Blazers all look really good. Scoot Henderson, 5,100, one of my favorite value plays, especially at the point guard position. And then sticking with the Blazers, we're going to go with, what is he, 60? Shaden Sharpe, 6,400. He's projected for 33 fantasy points. He needs 32 to hit value. He's looked good for the Blazers. Simons is, he can go off, but in terms of consistency, Shaden Sharpe, in my opinion, is the Blazers' number 1 option scoring. He has 20 or more points in the last 5 straight games. He's going to play a ton of minutes. We can expect him to play 32 to 38 minutes in a close game. And like I was saying with Scoot Henderson, the Blazers just look great tonight. They don't necessarily have the best matchup, but the Blazers play fast, so they bring this over-under up to 219. Usually the Clippers are a part of lower over-unders, but 220 doesn't seem too bad. And again, the 7-point spread does not scare me for a blowout. Blazers are probably my favorite team tonight in terms of value. Not a ton of great value from the Cavs and OKC game, although if you're going to sit down on your couch and watch an NBA game, you want to watch the Thunder and Cavs, 2 of the best teams in the league. But I do like the Blazers a lot. I like Shaden Sharpe at 6,400. For small forward, we have a lot of value in the Suns game as well. We have Bradley Beal out tonight. Grayson Allen's most likely going to step into a bigger role now. I don't think he's going to start. We're probably going to see Ryan Dunn start, but Allen's going to be the main beneficiary of Beal being out. He played 26 minutes off the bench last game with Beal playing. We can expect him to play anywhere from 26 to 32 minutes, even off the bench. Ryan Dunn does usually start for the Suns, but he is not viable to be ending that game. Most of the time, Ryan Dunn is not ending the game for the Suns. So I do think Grayson Allen is a great value play at 4,600. He's not priced for Bradley Beal to be out. In this scenario, if they could edit pricing, I would expect Grayson Allen to be low 5,000s, maybe even $5,500. So 4,600 looks like a great salary on Grayson Allen. And then for power forward, we're going to stay on the Suns. Kevin Durant looks like the best spend-up option on tonight's slate. Again, no Beal, so that only increases the usage for Durant. Unbelievable game environment, 231 over-under in Washington. Now, it is an 11.5-point spread for the Suns. A slight chance for a blowout, but unless it's, anywhere from 14 on, I'm not that worried. For guys to not play in the fourth quarter, the Suns need to be winning by 20-plus points, and the spread is 11. So for a guy like Durant not to be playing in the fourth quarter, they're going to have to be winning by double the spread in the fourth quarter, which just isn't likely. So I'm not going to go off of Durant. The matchup is elite, and even if they do blow them out by 30, there's a decent chance Durant gets his 45 fantasy points in just 3 quarters, just because the Wizards are such dog shit on defense. Really like the Suns here, really like Durant. There's not a ton of spend-up options considering we only have 10 teams playing, but Durant looks like the best one. You could look at Booker. He's basically the same play. They're projected the same points. I do favor Durant just a little bit, but it could really be the flip of a coin. Şengün looks like a good spend-up option. Cade Cunningham against the Pacers doesn't hurt. And then obviously SGA and Sabonis. I mean, you could make an argument for any stud to spend up for on tonight's slate, but I do think Durant at sub 10K is my favorite play. He's coming off of a couple of great games, 58 against the Hawks last time out, followed by 46. So he looks really good. Again, no Bradley Beal can only help a guy like Durant in this situation. He's playing mega minutes, by the way. They seem to be running him into the ground like he's, 24-year-old KD, averaging anywhere in between 36 to 40 minutes the past couple of weeks. So I really like KD against the Wizards. I think he could drop a 40-piece, and by 40-piece, I mean 40 points, not 40 fantasy points. And then for center, maybe the easiest value play on the slate with Isaiah Hartenstein going down for a little bit. Jaylen Williams, 4K, if they could redo the pricing, Jaylen Williams would probably be over 5K in this potential starting role as the center. He was hurt to begin the year, and he basically came back when Hartenstein came back, so he hasn't been able to get much run. Jaylen Williams is really good, and he will have no problem stepping into more minutes, more usage, and I would assume he starts tonight against the Cavs. They need to go big. Considering that you have Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen on the other side for the Cavs. So you're probably going to see both Jaylen Williams, which is so confusing. If you're not like an above average NBA fan and you see these Jaylen Williams guys, it's so confusing. I look at this stuff every day, so it's not for me. But if I was just your average Joe Schmo looking at this, it's like you could pick Jaylen Williams, and then you have another Jaylen Williams on the other end. They're going to both be in the paint tonight. They're both playing the 4 and the 5. Obviously, Jaylen Williams with an A is a lot better, or without a Y. I don't even know how to separate it. Jaylen Williams, the value play, has a Y, and that's who we want in our lineups tonight at 4K. He needs 20 fantasy points to hit value. He should see anywhere from 24 to 28 minutes tonight as a starter for Isaiah Hartenstein. That'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Give it a like, subscribe. Let's have a big night tonight. We have an exciting NFL playoff weekend coming up. I'm ready to do a lot of great things. Till next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.